What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Now, if you've been following GTA 6 news lately, you'd already know the hype is reaching absolutely critical levels right now. And today, we've got two very specific pieces of news that, when you put them together, paint a picture that is honestly hard to ignore. We're talking about a confirmed Take-Two earnings date, pre-orders potentially going live in May, and strong insider backing that Trailer 3 is dropping next month. Yes, you heard it right, next month of May. So grab a seat because we are breaking it all down today. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to be very, very excited. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the news that really set the internet off this week. Take-Two Interactive, that's the parent company of Rockstar Games for anyone who's new, officially confirmed the date for their next quarterly earnings report, and that date is Thursday, May 21st, 2026. Now, on the surface, a corporate earnings call doesn't sound like something to get hyped about, but if you know your GTA 6 history, you know exactly why this matters, and let me explain. Take-Two will be reporting their Q4 2026 and full fiscal year results. That will be in the standard financials, the share price talk, all of that. But crucially, there's also a live conference call with the CEO, Strauss Zelnick, where he will answer questions and discuss the company's upcoming slate. Here's the pattern that fans and insiders have picked up on. Rockstar Games tend to drop major news, that's trailers, screenshots, and announcements in the weeks before these earnings calls. And why do they do that? Because good news about GTA 6 simply drives the stock price up, and Take-Two, as a publicly traded company, obviously benefits from that. We literally saw that happen last year. Rockstar delayed GTA 6, and then right before the earnings report, they dropped Trailer 2, nearly 100 screenshots and a wave of new information. Like, it was a masterclass in managing investor expectations and keeping the fan base hyped at the same time. So now we've got May 21st locked in as the earnings date. That gives us a rough 4-week window from right now where something big almost has to happen, because Rockstar isn't going to let the CEO walk into that investor call empty-handed. One more thing worth mentioning here, Take-Two apparently took slightly longer than usual to announce these dates, which itself fueled speculation. Fans were watching the calendar like hawks. The fact that it took a little extra time only added to the anticipation. Now that the date is set, the countdown is very much on. Now, let's talk about the release date situation, because this has been the elephant in the room for months. November 19th, 2026. That's the current release date for GTA 6 on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And look, I get it, we've been burned before. Take-Two themselves said they didn't expect delays, and then there were delays. So the community has been understandably a little cautious about getting to attach to any specific date. But here's why things are getting interesting. According to insider information shared by Adu Slot and discussed on the GTA Lock Club podcast, Rockstar Games is reportedly confident in the November 19th launch date. Sources close to the situation are saying no further delays are being predicted at this point. Now, I always say to take insider reports with a grain of salt. Nothing is official until Rockstar says it's official. But when multiple credible voices in the community are all pointing towards the same direction, it starts to get very real. And think about it logically. If the game is genuinely locked in for November, then the marketing machine has to start spinning up. You don't release one of the biggest games in history with only a couple of months of marketing. You start building that wave early. You drop the trailer, you open pre-orders, you let the internet do the rest. Which brings us perfectly to the next part. Alright, here's where it all comes together. Let's do a quick recap. Trailer 1, released December 2023, showed us Vice City in all its glory. The setting, the vibe, the ocean, the wilderness. It was a flex, a statement. It was Rockstar saying, yeah, this is what we've been building. Trailer 2 dropped May 6, 2025. Took things further, more open world detail, but this time with a real focus on the characters. We got a much better look of Jason and Lucia, the two protagonists, their dynamic, their energy, hints at the story. It took the whole world talking. Now, we've approached 1 year since Trailer 2, and every sign is pointing toward Trailer 3 arriving in May 2026. Here's the evidence stack. 1. Prior leaks and marketing insiders have specifically cited May 2026 as the start of the full GTA 6 marketing push. That lines up exactly with where we're at right now. Thing 2. The November release date. If it's holding firm, demands that the marketing machine starts building up in May. 6 months of build-up is pretty standard for a release that this massive. 3. The Take-Two earnings call on May 21st almost guarantees that something drops before that date. Rockstar would want that news cycle feeding into investor confidence at exactly the right moment. 4. We still haven't seen actual gameplay. Think about it, 2 trailers in, and we haven't seen the player perspective. Yes, a lot of cinematic shots were clearly captured in-engine, but we haven't had the raw gameplay review yet. Trailer 3 is the perfect place for that, and honestly, it will break the internet in the best way possible. When you stack all of that together, insider reports, the marketing timeline, the earnings call, the 1-year anniversary of Trailer 2, it becomes very hard to argue against a May trailer drop. Here's one more angle that's got people buzzing: pre-orders. The theory going around is that when Trailer 3 drops, it won't just hype us up and then go dark. It will end up with a release date on screen November 19th, and immediately in that same moment, pre-orders go live. We've seen other major releases do this. You hit people at the peak of their excitement, right when dopamine is flowing, and you make it easy for them to commit. It's smart marketing if you ask me, and for a game that's this massive, massive. The pre-order numbers will be absolutely astronomical. This is already being described as bad news for basically every other game releasing this year. When GTA 6 fully enters its marketing cycle and pre-orders open, it's going to suck the oxygen out of the room for every other thing that isn't GTA 6. That's just the reality of how big this game is. And think about that, pre-orders mean for the fan base beyond just money. It's confirmation. It's a physical act of commitment from the community. It makes the release date feel real in a way that the trailer just can't on its own. So let's bring it all home. Take-Two has confirmed their earnings call for May 21st. Insiders are saying GTA 6's November 19th release date is locked. The marketing push was always supposed to begin in May 2026, and Trailer 3, which is expected to include our first real gameplay reveal, is almost certainly dropping next month. Adding it all up, and May 2026 might just be the most exciting month in gaming history, especially for us GTA fans. I'll be covering everything as it happens, so if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because when this trailer drops, you do not want to miss it, and definitely you want to see my reaction. So drop a comment below. What do you most want to see in Trailer 3? Gameplay, a deeper look at the story, more of Jason and Lucia? Let me know. I read every single comment. Thanks for watching. Stay locked in. It's almost time.